Hi, come on in if you'd like a little symbolic support. I've got the I Scry scrolls out today. If you'd like to join me, we'll close the eyes, release the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. And when you're ready, you're welcome to open your eyes, and we'll see what scrolls are stepping forward. I've already got one out there. Oh, there we go. Thank you. You can take 3. And we'll utilize these to ignite a meditative state. And then we'll add on Tarot and Oracle. Sorry if I kind of like blank out sometimes. Sorry, not sorry. But thank you for holding space for me to share my insights. And may you be open to receive or release freely. There's a lot going on in the higher mind or the higher self. In this space of the spirit, not the soul, the space of the spirit. I see like ants working on like an oil rig type thing. That's how I'm seeing it. And a lot about the communication of higher communication. Maybe you can resonate with that if there's a spirit stepping forward. That it feels like a spirit guide, if I'm going to be honest with you. It feels like a spirit guide that is working with you in the higher self, or if you're here with me, that's stepping forward. And like these worker ants are like just vigorously working between the antennas of the temples. There's just a spirit ready and willing to speak here. Somebody voluptuous, curvaceous, and I mean that in a presence, like however they may step forward to you or maybe how you envision them, but it feels really lovely, actually, really lovely. And the way I'm feeling it is that they come through more in like the sacral, to help your vitality and to help your creativity or your critical and creative thinking, while this work's being done up here through the temples. It feels like a spirit guide. It does. It feels like a spirit guide is stepping forward. So if you want to continue to have a seat, and we'll see what message the spirit guide has to say. I am curious. I'm getting really, really hazy. It's not a bad feeling. It's just like real, like I kind of feel stoned, but not stoned. Stoned in a way of like just coming out of a meditation, or, a really good meditation. Yeah, that's the, like, look at me. I'm like, yeah, whatever it is. That's how I'm feeling right now. Like, that's what they're bringing in, is this kind of like ethereal, go with the flow. It's all good. It's all good. But that's how safe the spirit guide makes me feel. Okay, so yeah, there's a meditating man is how I'm seeing it. Just the energy could be the male aspect of the self, or the archetype one holds within the male self. And then see like all these stars shooting up like Christmas time. Like the Christmas star, but there's more than one, and there's an angel inside. Some people might feel like they have to choose, are we going to put a star on top of the tree, or are we going to put an angel? And somebody did both. And they actually doubled up on the star, and they put, so it could like harness this angel in here. I'm also seeing a very protective reindeer. Very protective reindeer. And I'm assuming that's coming through as a reindeer because I'm obviously empathically exploring, and Christmas is coming through. But this reindeer is like a vixen. And maybe you can resonate with that energy if you yourself are very protective. And you can be like a vixen in regards to things. Like I even feel like my eyes are... Maybe somebody in spirit was a stoner. No judgment. Maybe they were just a stoner. I don't know. I don't know if I'm moving around from spirit guide. Somebody's like a fairy godmother is stepping forward. And maybe that's that feeling like you're floating and it's like, oh, yeah, okay, I'm going to add some on. That's cool. Yeah, fairy godmother. Very, very safe in the sacral energy. And just like fairy dust is coming out right now. I think I'm all high up on fairy dust. That's how it feels. What do we have here? We have the Queen of Cups and the Empress. Don't worry about if they're upside down. I didn't check their placements when I pre-shuffled. Okay, so this is definitely fairy godmother, spirit guide, female energy that is connected to possibly a male in physical form or simply your male energy. But I see it like when you're in meditation or when you're doing material things, like the man-made world. So not getting stuck on man, but the man-made world. This spirit guide, this fairy godmother, this Queen of Cups and the Empress. They're working with you. This is top-notch spirit guide stuff. The alien. Yeah. They've taken some bullets for you. Ooh. Okay, so thank you. What is this? The Hanged Man. This is in regards to some sort of enlightenment. 10 of Pentacles. I knew to... Okay. So... If I may, and if you're used to me, you know, I always take a moment and I encourage one to do the same. The race and the rush of, you know, unless the message comes through that way, I like to saunter. I like to saunter in my scries. The alien is the Hermit in this deck. They've taken bullets for you, this fairy godmother, spirit guide. I'm going to resonate with spirit guide so that you can apply your own understanding, whether that's a mother figure in spirit, grandmother, an ancestor, applying any terminology that truly resonates for you. They've taken some bullets for you, but I want to acknowledge, because that's not, and I can hear her like saying, yeah, okay, but that's not important right now. Okay. But what is important is that in walking through some sort of threshold, like the Christmas tree, the star, the two stars, and the angel. This angel or alien, I want to note they can also be the same. The lantern of the hermit is coming through because you yourself are reaching new heights. Instead of when a tree is already cut, it's an interesting way I saw it, like the Christmas tree is already cut. It's not going to grow anymore, so how do you make it taller? You add more on top, right? But you don't want to topple like a tower, and you're very mindful of that. But you've been through some stuff in regards to elevating your enlightenment. This is your enlightenment. It's not hung up at all. But this is like hung by the stocking with care. It's very Christmas oriented. I'm not going to try and figure that out. That's not for, just really, it's not for me to figure out. It's not for me to worry about. I just heard. And you're quite comfortable hung by the stocking with care because what you've been through, this spirit guide is with you as you're re-emerging. And it's almost like having to readapt, maybe? Readapt, or there's another word coming through, assimilate to this new awareness that you're having. And in the meditating man, it can feel alien-like. You can feel alien-like. But it's for your highest good, and it's like you know that. Family of 4, 2 guardians, and 2 children. Spirit guide off to the side. There's somebody holding power. The spirit guide, your spirit guide, holds elemental power. Both of these, this Queen and the Empress, are holding, I don't know if you can see that with me, if the lighting will allow. They're both holding up here in their heart. But it's through the sacral is becoming not only orange, but gold. I just heard James and the Giant Peach. Oh, James and the Giant Peach. The fire was fuzzy. The fire was warm. The hermetizing, the knowledge that is received. Possibly fire scrying as well. Candle gazing. It almost feels like even like an oversoul stepping forward. Where are we going? We're going, ooh. Okay, thank you. What decided to stay on the bottom? The 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, another woman. Look at her. Like she's just sitting back. Quite confident in your ability. Quite confident in your ability. 4 of Cups. I'm not sure that you are just yet. That's still assimilating. Oh, this is that man-made world. Empress. Swords. Swords. I'll get there in a second. Okay, so it's like Spirit's like handing you a cup. You're tired from what you've been through. The man-made world is tiring. But you came here for a reason. And I know that's a very blanket thing to say, but it's so personal. It's almost futile for me to consider all the friendly and foe-like frequencies in conjunction to what I would, navigate. So you came here for a reason. Like you stepped through the door of Spirit. Being born, the light at the end of the tunnel was being born. And you're just kind of a little tired. So maybe you've hung something up, hung by the stocking with care. And it's been there, getting warm by the hearth, by the hearth, by the hearth, by the hearth. It's almost as if that there's, and I'm going to say this kindly, but very honestly, in the man-made world or material world, maybe it's just not enough. Spirit guide steps in. Fairy godmother. Queen of Cups and the Empress. The Empress has come up again with all that orange gold. James and the Giant Peach. I want to note that if you're feeling like this, it's like your spirit guide's helping you to feel like this. Male or female, it's just an expression of energies. Because this is in line with the intuitive feminine and the masculine male holding it. The masculine male is also the stocking. The 10 of Pentacles is right there. 7 of Swords and the 9 of Swords is in the reverse. And I'm going to leave it in the reverse. I heard just leave it. Don't fuss, Steph. Just leave it. It's done. Now it's assimilating. Maybe like it's almost as like if you went to like an immersive school, or somebody might have been in a spiritual school, like in your sleep state, and you can feel it, and you come out and you're all, like foggy and ooey gooey, and saying, okay, but transform the perspective of feeling stoned from your sleep. Like somebody might have been in sleep school. It just had like the craziest wind gust. We've had no power here. It's been very interesting. The tough, it's like the exam time's been done. The tough stuff is over. Harness now. Harness. Seven of Swords. There's a vault. There might be somebody in your life. Where was that symbology, please? There we go. Spiritually or non. That you might, I don't know if you have to hide things from them, or like something about treasures. Maybe you have somebody who is exhausting. It could be like an energy vampire, and they hand you, oh, well, drink this, you'll feel better. And you're like, no, your sugar water isn't going to cut it, because then I'm going to crash. It's like, I don't know how to express that, because there's something about the knowledge you have from this spirit guide working with you, this teacher. It's almost like being homeschooled in your home from a holistic space, right? But from like a spirit space, to the self, to the man-made space, to the man, to the material, to the meat suit, to the bag o' bones. You have to keep some things quiet. Brazen head. Trust. There's like a trust about it. But I want to know, like on that brazen head, the orange, the sacral. Six of airships. Thoughts, perceptions, shift. I want to come back to the alien, because this ink blot and the alien are calling me, which is, again, also the Hermit. The spirit guide is like with you. Fairy godmother. It's quite brilliant. Oh, we're switching over there. Thank you. I can do that. All right, we're getting ready to close out here. I apologize, but sorry, not sorry. And I thank you for holding space for any blank moments of contemplation. But I do hope that you also take that time for yourself and not feel rushed from other people when you're, truly curious and contemplating and going through your genius. Look at all that. Your genius. Sometimes you just need to take a little bit more time than what is the new norm. If you need to analyze, you analyze. Because this is something about awareness, stabilizing the new awareness. We're here in amongst the alien, like coming through. I can't express how powerful this card feels, along with this fairy godmother or father feeling, this fairy frequency that's all hazy and wonderful. If somebody from spirit did pass from a drug overdose, they have done the transformation. What was despair here? They're in delight. And I feel like that's the message coming through, that they maybe now be a spirit guide. With their wounds of what they went through, they know, they've analyzed, and like their genius is coming through. And now they're sharing that genius with others. Because they're not in despair anymore. There is trust. And for someone who is sitting here still incarnate with me, the spirit guide comes when you call, because you're learning from them. Aquarius energy could be an Aquarian in spirit if you resonate with a guardian or grandparent. Your alien or angel could be in the Virgo energy, very Virgin Mary-esque too, if you land in that. And I want to say your sacral is a genius. Listening to your sacral energy, from orange to the peach to gold. Trust. Somebody in spirit did. And I feel like it was a gentleman in spirit that passed, possibly from something to do with drugs and depression. But they're good now. And it doesn't have to be an actual male. It could be the male energy of a female. What a very interconnected, inspirational reading. That was really brilliant, the way this spirit guide sent the message through our point of view, and then kind of tackled on, oh, and by the way, this might be who I am. Like I might be somebody who dealt with depression or drugs. But that's not the point. You know, that's not the point. But for any sort of affirmation for somebody else that can connect those dots. But I don't want that to be what I'm remembered for. Because now I am a fairy godmother. Now I am a queen. I have transformed. I have walked through. I'm no longer alienated. I'm an angel. And I share that. And I'm trying to tell by teaching instead of just telling my story. I help teach. For people to put more of a tree topper on, to be their star. You don't have to choose angel or star. You can be both. All right, I'm going to leave that there. I hope this message finds you well, resonates, or release freely. I'm always grateful for your awesome attention and ancient awareness as we wander through empathically exploring, not only serving, but strengthening our psyche and psychic senses, building upon our intuition, intellect. Imagination is the bridge. And it's been my honor. Until next time, I'm going to go make sure my house is still standing because I feel like I'm in the Wizard of Oz right now outside. Thank you so much. Until next time.